This jar replaces 7 cans of that cream of fill in the blank, whatever you're buying off the store shelves that's full of mystery ingredients. And it saves me a ton of time, ton of money, and a ton of space. Let me show you how to turn this into cream of whatever soup mix that you need. If you know an educator, you know that the 2 busiest times of the year are the beginning of school and the end of school. And we have just finished school and my pantry needs restocked so bad. I have blown through my cream of everything, my hamburger helper, my mac and cheese, my Alfredo sauce, my you name it. I have got cookie mix, cake and brownie mix, because in May, that has kept me from hitting fast food all the time and buying all the processed food. So today, I've got a lot of restocking to do, and we're starting with cream of everything because that is my pantry workhorse. So it starts with 1 cup of dry instant milk powder, 3/4 of a cup of cornstarch. If you don't like cornstarch, can't have cornstarch, prefer something other than cornstarch, try either arrowroot powder or potato starch. Not potato flakes, that's different. Potato starch. Okay, 3/4 of a cup of that. That's what gives it that slurry texture that the cream of fill in the blank uses when you buy the cans at the store. So this mix replaces those cans of cream of chicken, cream of mushroom, cream of everything under the sun. 1/4 cup of bouillon. I prefer to use my homemade bouillon. If you're using store-bought bouillon, use chicken. That's a good neutral base. 1/8 of a cup of minced onions, not onion powder, minced onion flakes. Okay, a teaspoon of thyme, a 1/2 teaspoon each of basil, garlic powder, and oops, it wasn't something that spills, so that's good news. And black pepper. You notice I did not put salt in this because bouillon has enough salt in it, and I'd rather salt when I'm cooking with it than add too much salt now. So how do you use this? 1/3 cup of the dry mix to 1 1/4 cup of liquid. Now, that liquid could be water, that liquid could be milk or cream, depending on how creamy you prefer it. That liquid could be broth, that works too. So whatever your liquid is, you need 1 1/4 cups of liquid to 1/3 cup of this dry mix to replace a can of the cream of fill in the blank, cream of whatever you're using. So if you want cream of mushroom, I would add either some dried mushroom powder or some fresh mushrooms or some canned mushrooms, but I'd drain the juice off, okay? If you want cream of onion, I would chop some onions and add it to it. If you want cream of celery, celery seed or ground celery seed or the actual celery seed, or add some celery to it and let it cook with it. Cream of chicken, I would add some more chicken bouillon or use chicken broth. Cream of potato, I would add potato starch to it, and I would add some potatoes. So this is the base that you use to make cream of everything, hence why I call it that. I call it cream of everything for that reason, because it replaces all those cans of cream of whatever it is that your recipe calls for. Now, I created this recipe to match the texture after you have added the liquid that the can calls for, not the gloppy, gross texture that comes out of the can and is like gelatinous and in a blob. I don't like that texture. So this is once you've added the liquid to the condensed soup canned stuff, that's the texture you'll get from this. So this is your pantry workhorse. It is also delicious if you are cooking rice to add some to it and give it that creamy texture. It's great in casseroles and pasta dishes. I add it to chicken and dumplings when I'm making that. If I'm making soup, I add it to it. It is one of my go-tos around here. So I hope you give it a try. It's a money saver, time saver, and It keeps me out of the processed foods section because I know I've got something at home that I can put together a quick meal with. I hope you give it a try. Have a great day.